In this video, we will be discussing the Let's Learn the Basics section on page 91 of the SHIN-CHU-MON, Mathematics for 8th grade. This section introduces three types of angles that are formed when two parallel lines are intersected by a third line. These angles are vertical angles, corresponding angles, and alternate interior angles. Now let's begin by reading the question. When L is parallel to M in the figure on the right, answer the following questions. Now before we answer these questions, let's take a closer look at the figure. We know that L and M are parallel because that is given in the problem. Note that we indicate that lines are parallel by using two lines slanting to the right, such as this. Although this symbol is common in Japanese textbooks, foreign textbooks use a different symbol. Foreign textbooks usually use a symbol such as this, two lines that are straight up and down. So please note this difference when looking at foreign textbooks. Now returning to our figure, we notice that there is a third line, line N. Let's show this line in blue. Line N is called a transversal since it transverses or cuts across lines L and M. Notice at the point where line N transverses line L, four angles are created. Angles A, B, C, and D. Also, at the point at which line N intersects line M, four more angles are created. They are labeled angle E, F, G, and H. Now let's learn more about the three types of angles that are created when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. First, we have vertical angles. Vertical angles are angles that are diagonally opposite one another. In our figure, we notice that angle A, for example, is diagonally opposite angle C. Therefore, angle A and angle C are vertical angles. Vertical angles are equal. Therefore, angle A and angle C are equal. Do you notice any other angles that are diagonally opposite one another? Well, you may notice that angle B is diagonally opposite angle D. Therefore, angle B and angle D are vertical angles, and since vertical angles are equal, angle B and angle D are also equal. Now looking at the intersection of line N and line M, we notice that we also have vertical angles. For example, angle E is diagonally opposite angle G. Therefore, angle E and G are vertical angles. And since angle E and G are vertical angles, and vertical angles are equal, E and G are equal. And finally, you may notice that angle F is diagonally opposite angle H. Angle F and angle H are vertical angles, and therefore equal. Now let's move on to the next type of angle, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles in a relationship such as angle A and angle E. Therefore, we can note that these are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are also equal. Therefore, angle A and angle E are equal. Can you find any other corresponding angles? Well, you may notice that a similar relationship exists between angle B and angle F. Therefore, angle B and angle F are corresponding angles. And since corresponding angles are equal, angle B and angle F are equal. You may also notice that angle C is in a similar relationship with angle G. Therefore, angle C and angle G are also corresponding angles. And since corresponding angles are equal, angle C and angle G are also equal. You will notice that angle D and angle H are in a similar relationship. Therefore, angle D and H are also corresponding angles. And since corresponding angles are equal, angle D and H are also equal. And finally, we have alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are angles such as B and H. They are called alternate interior because they are on alternate sides of transversal N, and they're in the space that is interior between the parallel lines L and M. Therefore, we can note that B and H are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are also equal. Therefore, B and H are equal. And finally, we notice that angle C and angle E are also alternate interior angles. And since alternate interior angles are equal, angle C and angle E are also equal. Now we are ready to answer the questions. The first question asks, which angle is a vertical angle in relation to angle A? You may remember that a vertical angle is an angle that is diagonally opposite another angle. In this case, angle A is diagonally opposite angle C. Therefore, A and C are vertical angles. The answer to question 1 is angle C. Now question 2 asks, which is the corresponding angle to angle A? You may remember that a corresponding angle is an angle in the relationship such as A to E. So in this case, E is a corresponding angle to angle A. So the answer is angle E. The third question asks us, which is the alternate interior angle to angle C? Now you may remember that an alternate interior angle is an angle which is on an alternate side of the transversal, and interior, which means in the space between the two parallel lines. So in this case, angle C is an alternate interior angle to angle E. So the answer in this case is angle E. And the final question asks, state all the angles that are equal to angle B. Now you may remember that vertical angles are equal. So notice that angle B is a vertical angle to angle D. Therefore, angle D is equal to angle B. Also, you may recall that corresponding angles are also equal. In this case, angle B is a corresponding angle to angle F. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle F. And finally, we know that alternate interior angles are equal. And in this case, angle B is an alternate interior angle to angle H. And since alternate interior angles are equal, angle B and angle H are equal. Therefore, the angles which are equal to angle B are angle D, angle F, and angle H.